How you doing today? My name's Dave. I'm your host. You're listening to The Last Podcast, where the first shall be last and the last shall be first. If this is your first time listening, welcome. I'm glad you found us. If you're returning, welcome back. I appreciate you listening, and I hope you continue to find tips, ideas, and value from listening to this podcast. Today, I want to just talk about something that I had to actually switch up because my car has been in the shop for about a week now, and a lot of mechanics is telling me they're having a hard time getting parts and things of that nature. And I'm quite sure if you dealing with cars or anything, you know what I'm talking about. So I'm accustomed to going to the gym early in the morning, and usually that's my deal. That's how I jumpstart my day, or even end my day. But because my car has been in the mechanic shop, I've been forced to say, okay, I got to look at something else. Because if you're accustomed to working out, sometimes if you don't work out, you can either fall into a bad slump, not working out at all, or you go batty like I would. So I decided that I would start my days with something that I've done periodically, but now I have to do it every day, and that is stretching. Now, I can't begin to tell you, and one of the reasons why I had to try to stretch a while back is I had such a huge stomach, and you could check that out by going to motivatedtobefit.info. And you would see that I had a big stomach, and every time I try to bend down to put on my shoes or put on my sneakers and try to tie them, it was really a chore for me. So even when I lost the weight, I realized, wow, I don't even have the weight, and now my stomach is not that much in the way. My back seems to be hurting. So what I started doing every morning was, when I get up, before I shower, I would start to do some simple stretching just to get my body acclimated to being up, awoke. After my prayers, I start my stretching. And I realized that I started incorporating different types of stretching. Before it was just, okay, let me go up with my hands and, down to the feet without bending my knees and try to touch my toes. I used to do this and be able to touch my hands to the floor. I have not been able to do that yet, but I am now starting to touch my hands to my toes, and it still hurts a little, but I've become a whole lot more limber. And I realized, okay, so let me try another stretching routine. And that is like going from, like, if you're standing up, you would take your left hand and you'll bend all the way down and put it towards the right leg. And I did that with the right side and put my right hand and try to touch my bend down and try to touch my left foot. However, I'm not there yet, but still in all, I've been trying to do that. And then side to side, with your arms out straight at your sides, start turning side by side, left all the way you can turn, and then to the right all the way you can turn. And I'm telling you, it is amazing how limber you can become. So, if you don't stretch in the mornings, or if you work out without stretching, that's the fastest way to have an injury. So I would actually tell you the first thing you should do is definitely incorporate stretching. And it's just like yoga. Yoga, a lot of people think, oh, that's not for me. Yoga is hard. I don't care what anybody say. When I first started doing yoga, it was really, really hard, and it's insane right now. I've only just looked at a couple of things online, some yoga moves, and I've had to incorporate that within the past week. So I realized that, okay, in order for me to start exercising, I can't go to the gym any longer right now until I get my car back. So I have to start making my own exercise regimen while I'm here in the house. And I decided to do that. And one of the benefits, I believe for stretching, it'll help improve your performance and physical activities. I definitely believe that it will help you prevent any type of risk of injuries or anything of that nature. It also helps your range in motion. So stretching is really huge, but I didn't realize this. They say stretching also helps increase the muscle blood flow. So that is something new, and because I wanted to see what was the benefits of stretching and why is it important, and I had to find out for myself, and I had to go ahead and start stretching. And it helps improve your daily activities, whatever it is that you're doing. It makes you more limber where you can get at it, whatever it is that you're doing. For me, climbing the steps was a chore. When we dissolved the house that we used to live in. My wife passed, and if you heard earlier episodes of my podcast, I've often talked about my wife, how sick she was, and eventually she passed away. So we got rid of that house, and I never really had to walk up any steps of any kind. But now that I moved away and I'm in an apartment, I realize I'm on the second floor. Oh my goodness, trying to go up the steps, that was a workout by itself. So I realized that I needed to do, and you know what? I was always at the gym and never decided to go on the Stairmaster. You know what? I'm going to tell you why. Because every time I tried the Stairmaster, my knees would buckle and they would hurt so bad. I decided, that's not for me. I'll get on the elliptical machine. I like the elliptical machine. I'll even do some pedaling on the bike. But I could tell you right now, trying to get on the Stairmaster was not my thing. So imagine me on or every day going down the steps and up the steps to the second floor. That made me realize one thing. Okay, I have to get past the pain. I have to get past the fear of having the doggone pain. And I need to climb these steps up and down several times a day. Guess what? I no longer have the pain in my knees as bad as I did when I first moved here. But I am able to get up those steps a whole lot easier now that I've been stretching. I've been trying to do more exercises as far as just with your weight, calisthenics and stuff like that. And being more limber, stretching, doing a little bit of yoga, that has helped with balance. And going up the steps is a whole lot easier. Going down the steps is no longer a chore. So if you guys haven't been exercising in a long time, I guarantee you it's going to hurt. It's going to keep you in pain for like several weeks. And I mean several weeks, especially if you haven't been out there exercising and you say, oh, by the time I get off work, I'm too tired. Then do it before work. That's what I had to do. I mean, I used to get off work and work out for a whole hour, and then I sleep like a baby. But times has changed. I got a little older and I realized I never had the energy, so I had to switch it up. My energy power time is early in the morning, and this is when I first get up. So that's when I exert that energy and go to the gym and do whatever I can within an hour, and boom, it works. I'm good to go throughout the rest of the day. And at the end of the day, I am tired. But you know what? It's okay because I got my workout in. I'm going to tell you right now, if you're not working out or walking every day, you need to walk every day because that's great for the heart. So you have to do that. And then if you are constantly working out, for you guys who definitely hit the gym every day and you do the same routines over and over, that's not helping you after a while. You need to mix it up because you're going to wind up hurting yourself. You're going to wind up with boredom. But if you go ahead and mix up your exercises, not only will you give certain muscle groups a chance to rest and recover and then build fresh muscle, I mean, it'll also give you an opportunity to grow in ways that you didn't even think were possible. So definitely switch up your workouts. So one of the other things that I decided, and you know what, if you don't know what to switch up, go online. There is so much that you can learn online from different exercises or whatever the case may be. And if you're getting bored, I know something that you could do. You could take up challenges. You can take up challenges like a place on, let's say, healthywage.com. Healthy Wage, I've been a member there for a while, and all you got to do is, you log in, you show pictures, you got to show that when you first start, you got to get on the scale with a video. It's showing that it's you and showing that the actual weight that you weigh in at that time. And then, along each point, you have to show how much you've lost or how much you've gained, but you got to do it with a video. It's a real short video, and it's on an app on your phone. And basically, there are people, you join the community, there are people to help you move forward, or if you're going through a couple of things and it's hard for you to drop the weight, there are people there in the community that can give you some ideas on how to switch things up or what to eat or what not to eat. So that's another thing that you can do. One of my personal challenges, since I'm in the house, is going to be doing 20 sets of 10s as far as push-ups. Now, I noticed that it was extremely hard for me to do push-ups because of my elbow is always snapping and it's got this awful pain to it. But I decided to try doing increments of 10. So let's just say if I'm doing 10 increments of 10, that's 100 push-ups, but I actually want to try at least increments of 10, but 20 sets, not back to back, but throughout the day, so I can accumulate 200 push-ups during my entire day. And I'll even do them if I had to at work or whatever the case may be. But I'm going to try to do it for 90 days and see what kind of results I can get from doing that. And another thing I noticed that helps me a lot is as far as getting up and down the steps, I started doing squats. Stand still, doing squats, because doing squats has help me in a natural way, not using weights or anything, but using my own body weight, and allows me to go ahead and build muscle. And believe me, I'm not building any yet, but it's allowed me to not only get up and down the steps as well, but it's allowed me a little more strength in my legs to move forward and do whatever it is I need to do. I also could tell you this: burning calories, doing all the stretching and all the push-ups and the lunges and what have you, it helps burn calories like you would not believe. And I've been eating pretty good. I was, for the first week I got here, I was eating any and everything, but now I eat a lot of vegetables. I eat turkey burgers, but mostly a lot of vegetables and a ton of salad. So I'm eating a lot of greens, and I know that it's making me a whole lot healthier. I don't know if I ever mentioned this in one of my episodes, but my wife, she was a diabetic, and she always checked her blood sugar, and she checked her blood pressure. I've been doing that every single day, at least twice a day. And I noticed that at one point it was extremely high. Now that I changed my diet, I changed what I eat, I continue to exercise. My doctor has noticed that my ACI, or what is it called? I believe where you have high cholesterol, and mine was at 13.6, And when I finally went back to the doctor, it was at 6.6. And he was amazed. He's like, whatever it is that you're doing. And I told him, I said, I stopped eating fried foods. I never drink sodas, so I always drink water and my 3 cups of coffee in the morning. So I don't know what you guys do, but I'm telling you, it's my levels as far as my sugar is concerned. My sugar is like 110 every morning and probably 115 at night. My blood pressure is definitely now at an acceptable 120 over 86, I think it is. But that was really high at one point. That was like 160 over 98. And my doctor said, you got to change this. And now all my levels are acceptable. So I no longer have to take insulin pills where I did in the beginning, but I'm off of them. So exercising can help you not only change your the way you look, but it also is good for the inside, and that's where you want to change. You want to change from the inside out. You could look good, but if you got high blood pressure and that's going to just seem like it's going to kill you anyway, what good is looking good do? You get my point? So definitely you want to start eating well, because that's 95% of it. Exercising is the other 5%. So if you definitely want to eat well, you want to eat good, you want to drink a lot of fluids, and you want to stay away from the sugar, you want to stay away from carbonated items, and I tell you, stay away from salt too. I don't eat sugar. I was a big cookie monster. I love my cookies, but I haven't had cookies in a while. So I could tell you right now, I'm trying to stay away from the sugar, and I think my levels are insane right now. When I look at how my blood pressure, I look at my sugar levels, I'm like, oh wow, there's no need to even check, but I do it just in case. There was a time where I would either get dizzy or what have you, and my wife used to say, you should check your sugar. Oh, you should check your blood pressure. And I was always eating fried foods and, eating cookies. And sometimes I eat a whole pack of cookies because I'm sitting watching a movie and don't even think about how many cookies I'm eating. So if that sounds like you're going to have to switch that up. Also, let me see, what else do I have there? You can do burpees, you could do leg deadlifts, dumbbell rows. And here's something that I do sometimes. I've only done it 3 times, was planks. And that's like the side planks where you be on the floor and you lift up and you go from one side to the other and you lift up. Those help a great deal too, but sometimes it hurts my elbows, so I don't do it as many times. But I stay on the squats because you can definitely burn some calories with squats. But that's pretty much it. That's my saga for not having a car and allow me to try new things to keep my exercising regime strong and healthy, and keep me strong and healthy at the same time. I hope, listening to me and listening to my saga about exercising, it helps jumpstart yours. Where if you're not out there and you're not exercising, I don't care if it's just for 10 minutes or you say you don't have the time. Everybody has time to exercise. You could take 5 minutes and start with 2 minutes. How about that? Start with 2 minutes. If you're just starting out, start with 2 minutes. And it could be anything. It could be leg lifts. It could be jumping jacks. And that's another one. You could try jumping jacks. You could do all that. Just start. That's all you got to do if you're not exercising. If you're not exercising, just walk to the mailbox and back. Start with that. Walk to the mailbox and back. And then the next day, walk just 4 or 5 steps beyond the mailbox and back. And start that way. Start small. You don't have to start big. Just start. That's all you got to do. Hey, my name is Dave. You're listening to The Last Podcast, where the first shall be last and the last shall be first. Don't forget to listen in on Friday, which is your Poetry Friday, and I'll have a new poem. Until Friday, you guys have a blessed day. Bye-bye.